Hello students, KTHM College, Department of Political Science. We are learning the credit subject, that is Introduction to Constitution. Now in this third lecture, we are going to study about the preamble, source and object. So we will go further. In the first lecture, we have gone through the chapters of the subject, and we are now going to study about the third subtopic, that is preamble, source and objects. So this is the first unit of the chapter, that is philosophy of Indian Constitution. So we will start with the lecture. We will know what is mean by preamble. The introduction of the preamble. What is preamble? So the preamble is an introduction of the Constitution. It is a summary and essence of the Constitution. It sets out the goals, the values, and the ideals for which our country stands. The objectives specified in the preamble contain the basic structure of our Constitution. The preamble is a part of Constitution. It highlights the important principles and philosophy of the Indian Constitution. And the main thing is that the preamble is regarded as the soul of the Constitution. So we'll go through the meaning of the Constitution. That is, a preamble is an introductory statement in a document that explains the document's philosophy and the objectives. In a constitution, it presents the intention of its framer, the history behind its creation, and core values and principles of the nation. So this is about the meaning of the preamble. So the preamble is the introductory part of our constitution. So from which country we gained that? From which country we did adopted that? And which country started this first of all? So the America was the first country that started the preamble in their constitution. They were the first, and after that many countries followed these practices, including India. Now we will go further. Uh, this is our Indian Constitution, and this is the preamble of our Indian Constitution. So as we know, the American Constitution was the first to begin the preamble, and after that many countries including India followed these practices. So the content of the summary or essence of the Constitution is very important, and a Palkiwala, an eminent jurist and the constitutional expert, called the preamble as the identity card of the Constitution. And when we will learn in detail, the preamble of the Indian Constitution is based on the objective resolution that is drafted and moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and adopted by the Constituent Assembly. This was about the preamble. Now in our preamble there was also amendment made on in 1976. That was 42nd amendment of the constitutional, and the three new words were added, that were socialist, secular and integrity. So this is about a preamble. So we will go through the text of a preamble. It presents we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So, in our Constitution, there are some ingredients from which our preamble is structured. So, the ingredients are as follows: that are sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. So, this source of authority of the Constitution, the preamble states that the Constitution derives its authority from the people of India. And the nature of the Constitution, it declares India to be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republican polity. And the objective is it specifies justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity as their objectives. And as we know, the adoption of a date is 26 November 1949. Now we will go through the sources of the preamble. So the sources of the preamble is from which countries we adopted some elements of the constitution. So the countries are uh, Australia, Canada, France, German, Ireland, UK, USA, Russia, and Japan. So these are the countries from which we adopted some elements in the constitution. In this lecture, we will learn about the sources of the preamble. So we will go through the sources of the preamble, from which country we adopted which principle of the preamble. So, students, the first source of the preamble is United States of America. So, the fundamental rights from Article 12 to 35 we adopted from the United States of America, and the main thing, that is preamble of the Constitution, we have adopted from the America. So, this is the important sources of the preamble. The second one is for the preamble, but for the constitutional principle, the fundamental rights is there. So the next source of the preamble is Constitution of Soviet Union, USSR. So the fundamental duties we have adopted from the USSR, that is from part 4th A, Article 51A, and the ideals of justice, that is social, economic and political, which are the ingredients we will say in the preamble. So we have adopted from the USSR. The next source of the preamble is France, and the next is the British Constitution. From the France, we adopted the ideals of liberty, equality, fraternity, and republic, which is mentioned in our preamble. And from the British Constitution, the right to constitutional remedies, we have adopted this principle in our Constitution. So, these are the sources of the preamble. Now the last point of the chapter we will go through is the objects of preamble. So the preamble embodies basic philosophy and fundamental values. The values such as we will say political, moral, and religious, on which the constitution is based. It contains a grand and noble vision of the Constituent Assembly, and reflects the dreams and aspirations of the founding father of the Constitution. So, in the words of Sir Ladi Krishnan Swami Iyer, a member, he as a member of a Constituent Assembly who played a significant role in making the Constitution. The preamble, in his word, the preamble to our Constitution expressed what we had thought or dreamed to so long. This was the words of the Iyer, who was the member of Constituent Assembly. After that, according to K.M. Munshi, he was also a member of Constituent Assembly, means a member of a drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly. So, in his word, the preamble is horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. So, he gave this dimension to the preamble of our Indian Constitution. After that, Pandit Thakur Das Bhargava, another member of Constituent Assembly, he summed up the importance of a preamble in his word. That words were that preamble is the most precious part of Constitution. It is the soul of the Constitution. It is a key to the Constitution. It is a jewel set in the Constitution. It is a proper yardstick with which one can measure the worth of the Constitution. So, um, such as many members of the Constituent Assembly drafting committee gave important dimensions in the about the preamble. So, when we will go through the objective, we will get to know that how the objectives are formed. So, how the ideas are behind the preamble. So, the first objects of the preamble we will see that is the Constitution is the supreme law and it helps to maintain integrity in the society and to promote unity among the citizens to build a great nation. After that, to promote harmony throughout the nation. When we will see a preamble, many elements are there. In a short time span, when we will read the preamble, we will get to know that what is in the Constitution. Brotherhood, then secularism, then we respect one's other religion, caste. There is no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, then gender. So when we go through it, we will we know that what is there in the Constitution. So we say that the uh, preamble is the soul of the Constitution. And the third object is it provides a way of life. It includes fraternity, liberty, equality as the notion of the happy life. So as we discussed that when we go through the preamble, we get to know these things: fraternity, liberty, equality. We have freedoms, we have um, right to live, we have the brotherhood immenses. After that, equality, there is no discrimination. Okay, this is all about the objects of preamble. So we have done with the last point of the chapter. So we have done with our lecture. Thank you.